So, something I make very clear each time I make a friend online is that I'm tall. Like, really tall. Not to brag or anything, but for the record, I'm 180 centimeters, or like 5 feet and 10.9 inches, so around 6 feet. Now I prefer the label of non-binary, but biologically I'm a female. Duh, my voice gives it away pretty easily. However, being tall growing up was actually pretty annoying. I'm 15 now, but when I was in kindergarten, I was taller than most, if not all, boys in my class. And I've always been told, no man will like you because you're tall. You'll never find a taller man. Which I think is weird. Like, why are we telling 6-year-olds the opposite gender won't be attracted to them? Because first of all, at 6, I was licking sticks and eating mud, wondering when the sun will explode. So why was I supposed to care about being married or dating? Second of all, I play for both teams, so don't assume my sexuality just because of my gender, Barbara. That's basically one of the only disadvantages when it comes to being tall and the weird interactions I have when meeting people. One time, after school, I went to go buy some pizza from a pastry shop, I guess, I don't know. If you're Romanian, it was a shop similar to Luca, and if you're not Romanian, Luca is basically a store of pastries that you can buy on the go, basically a pastry shop. And while the guy at the desk was taking my money, he said, "I'm sorry to ask, but how tall are you?" "Oh, I'm 180 centimeters. "What? 180? So like 6 feet?" "Yeah, I guess, yeah, 6 feet." "Well, that's tall. Anyway, have a good day." And I just left confused because what the fuck was that? Or when I meet up with friends outside of school, they oftentimes forget how tall I am. I once made a friend and we went to get some hot chocolate and hang out before his classes started. And when he saw me again, he just looked at me and said, "Man, you're tall." And I just stared at him. Another weird interaction I had is when I met some of my toddler cousins. They started crying and wailing and running away from me. I was confused on why, and I asked my aunt, and she said, "Oh, they said you're too tall and too old to play with them." These kids were scared because I was too tall to play with them. But in the end, I managed to play with them and take care of them, and that was a reminder of how tiring kids are. But anyway, I've had teachers tell me they're scared of me because I'm tall. I'm not making that up, by the way. I had a history teacher, and he's known in my school for being quite a clown. We were doing an assignment once, and I got up to get to his desk and asked him if what I had written was correct, since it was sort of an essay. And he backed up, pointed at me, and said, "Stop right there, cuz you're scaring me. In nature, predators are bigger than their prey." It's worth mentioning he's around 160 centimeters max, so I guess one of the biggest perks is that I can see everything, or a lot of things. For example, if someone puts their phone on top of the lockers at our school. Fuck, I can't find my phone. Kaz, have you? It's on the lockers. What? You're looking for your phone, right? You left it on top of the lockers. How the fuck did you see that? Right, I'm sorry.
Hello, Editor Kaz here. I am so tired, dude. Basically, like, I procrastinated this a lot, and I was like, man, I gotta finish it. And I gave myself a deadline, and the deadline is tomorrow. But then I was like, what if I'm like fancy and do it tonight? Because one of my friends, I know she's watching this. She's very clearly watching this. Hi, you know who you are. Because I promised that like at 500 subscribers, I'll show my old Gacha Life videos, and she's like pressuring me to post more. She's holding me at gunpoint, guys. Please, like, you know, if you want the Gacha Life videos, you guys have to subscribe. Like, it's really up to you. Like, it doesn't depend on me as much as it does on you. So if you like this video, subscribe. What are you waiting for? Like, actually, you'll get to see cringe content very, very soon. Yeah, I think that is all. Or do I? Oh yeah. Would you guys like sketchbook tours, because I have a lot of sketchbooks, and my actual art, like my illustrations and actual drawings, are so much different than my animations. And like you can find my drawings on my Instagram. I put it up on the screen. So if you like me and you want to see more from me, you can go to my Instagram and see my drawings. And if you like those drawings, you can comment, "Wow, Kaz, you're an amazing YouTuber. We also want to see your sketchbooks." And I'll post them. I'll post them because you guys deserve them and you're amazing. Don't forget to drink water, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.